Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. And hey, yeah, I listened to another great podcast. There's a lot of great dental podcasts out there, and it came up in the podcast. The clinician was Vince Kokich Jr., the younger one, not the senior lecturer. The topic came up about posterior open bites tendencies that happen in retention and what can cause that. And definitely a few things that I've been saying all this time does cause that, especially he mentioned, like, I actually had told a client this yesterday, this exact same conversation twice in 24 hours. We were talking about like what makes it happen. I said, well, it didn't happen when we wore bonded retainers and ollies. So only reason it's happening is because there's plastic on the teeth. And we all know it can happen during aligner treatment. Retainers are thicker than aligners. For the most part, I try not to have my patients wear their retainers more than full time for 3 months. Why? Because this is what can happen, especially if they were a patient that was having a problem with posterior open bites during treatment. That should be a red flag to you. If you're chronically dealing with posterior open bites during treatment in a patient, well, then this probably is not a patient you want to do 2 Essex retainers in. You can do 1 Essex over a Holly, you can do 1 Essex over a bonded. But probably not 2 Essex retainers. Why? Because you're going to have a posterior open bite. He said if you have to do it, you could try not wearing it full time. You wear one of them during the day and one of them during the night, never 2 at a time, which I hadn't thought of. That was a good idea. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'd rather have them full time because of the seesaw effect. So, maybe the other option is initially during full time, they get 1 Essex, 1 Holly, and then maybe later, once they get to part time, they can get another Essex, and then they can just wear 1 day, 1 night. But I thought that was a really good point because they said that when you have night guards, they're equilibrated and articulated so that when you close down on the hinge access, the back doesn't touch first. But that's not the same way. We don't use a articulator and we don't equilibrate these. They're just plastic. So when you close down, the back teeth touch first, and then you have to auto-rotate your jaw in order to close your lips over them. And that is why you have the additional pressure. And if you have big masseters, strong bite tendency, you're going to get intrusion of the back teeth. There's nothing else you can do. You can add some anterior bite turbos on them to deprogram. That does help. But hopefully that helps. All right, thanks.